What's going on, guys? It's Rahman, and today we have some major news. We're gonna be talking about Russell Westbrook's new signature sneaker, the Why Not 0.2s. They leaked online. We're gonna be breaking it all down. This is a very interesting shoe that I have a lot of thoughts on. But before we get started, I gotta shout out our sponsor for today's video, Season. Now, you guys have heard me talk about Season before. I love their premium game basketball, and they just sent over a brand new design. Okay, this is a new design. I haven't seen it before, so let's unbox it together. Oh yeah, check this out. The Season Creator Paradise print, floral print. This is a bird of paradise. Check this out. Now, this ball design is really cool to me because I'm from Maui, I'm from Hawaii, I'm an island boy, and this ball perfectly represents island culture because of all this floral pattern and this bird of paradise. This particular flower, I used to help my mom fold napkins at the restaurant she worked at, and we used to have to fold it like a bird of paradise. So this is awesome. You guys already know I love Season's premium game basketball, so if you're interested in picking one of these up, they got a bunch of different designs. I love these basketballs. Go ahead, check out Season's crates with the link in the description box below. All right, now getting back to the sneaker, the Why Not 0.2s from Jordan Brand. My first thought when I saw these on Instagram was, this looks like a Paul George sneaker. I mean, look at these things. Not only is the colorway very similar to that launch colorway of the PG2, very OKC vibey, but the design cues, there's a lot of things going on here that remind me of a PG sneaker. Mainly that eyelet thing going on in the 4-foot lateral side. That looks a lot like that 4-foot eyelet strap on the PG2s. But overall, the low-cut design, the materials, everything about this shoe really just screams Paul George signature sneaker to me. But that was my first thought. But there's some very interesting things going on here. The most interesting thing has to be the traction. Check out this crazy traction pattern on the outsole, guys. I mean, look at that. It looks like frosted Cheerios or something. This is absolutely bananas. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this ever. I mean, if you have, shoot the shoe in the comment section below, because I would love to see another shoe that uses a crazy pattern like the one we're seeing here on Westbrook's new sneaker. Now, the question is it going to work? I think it's gonna come down to the rubber compound, because you guys know we've seen traction patterns that look like they should work, but then the rubber compound kind of fails on them and they're not as good as we thought they were gonna be. And we've also seen the flip version of that, where we look at a traction pattern and we're like, I don't know about that, it might not work. But then the rubber compound really saves them and they perform extremely well. So with the Westbrooks, it's really gonna come down to whether or not the rubber compound is tacky enough to stick on the floor. What's interesting is that this particular photo has an XDR tag on it, which if you don't know means extra durable rubber. And my first thought when I saw this traction pattern was, this looks flimsy. It looks like it's gonna wear down pretty easily. So I was really shocked to see that an XDR tag was on these. Now, it is worth noting that these photos do come from an international Instagram account. And that makes a lot of sense, because sneakers with XDR outsoles really only release overseas, especially in Asia, because in Asia, they play on a lot more outdoor floors than we do here in the States. And they also don't buy as much sneakers as we do, so they need something that lasts. That's why you see a lot of XDR sneakers overseas and not in the States or other countries. So I think it's gonna be the same situation here with the Westbrooks, where the Westbrooks we get in the States will not have an XDR outsole, but the ones overseas, especially in Asia, will have that extra durable rubber outsole. Now, if that wasn't crazy enough, get ready for this. If you didn't notice it already, check out the heel size tag. Look at that size tag window. What? I'm speechless. When I saw this, I was just floored. I don't know what this is doing here, why it's there. I mean, look at the surface area that size tag is taking up. That could be traction, that could be giving you coverage, but instead, it's just this gaping hole that shows off the size tag. I don't know what this is. I'm hoping this isn't the finished product, because it doesn't make a lot of sense. That's a lot of area there that it's taking up where you could be getting coverage. And I've never once heard someone say, I wish I could see my size tag on the shoe. I mean, no one's ever said that. If you've seen this in a sneaker before, let me know about it, because this to me It's unique, but not in a good way. This could be a problem traction-wise. I'm crossing my fingers that this isn't the final product. Now, the next thing that caught my eye were the materials, because looking at them in these photos, I think the Why Not 0.2s are going to remain at that $125 price tag that the original Westbrooks retailed for, because the materials just look like your basic mesh, synthetic, and fuse overlay setup. There is this one portion of the materials on the lateral side right in the middle that kind of looks like a ballistic mesh, maybe a woven, but it is just a small portion. Most of the materials are, like I said, just a basic mesh fuse synthetic overlay setup. So I do think these are going to remain at that price tag, which is great news, because $125 for a signature sneaker is a good value, and it puts them right up there with like the Dames, the PGs, and even the Kyries. Now, as far as the cushioning, there's nothing in these photos that really give anything away as to what the cushioning is going to be, but it is interesting that the forefoot and heel are separated on the outsole. You can clearly see there's a forefoot section, a yellow piece in the middle, and the heel section. Now, last year in the Why Not 0.1s, we had bottom-loaded full-length zoom. I don't know how they're going to put full-length zoom here when the outsole is separated like that. There is a slight possibility that that yellow piece is holding the zoom like a chassis, but I doubt it, because you'd be sitting really high off the ground if that is the case. So if I had to bet my life on it, I don't think full-length zoom is coming back. And I also don't think we're going to be getting unlock zoom in the forefoot, because I don't see that protruding outline that you see with unlock zoom like you see in the Jordan 33 on these Westbrooks. Now, one thing that I really love about these Westbrooks is the design of the midsole. Like I said earlier, the outsole and the midsole are kind of one and the same, and they're broken up into two parts. And this really reminds me of some higher fashion type sneakers that we all know Westbrook is a huge fan of. He's really into the fashion world. So I think it's pretty cool to have a high fashion style sneaker that could perform on the basketball court. That's a really interesting idea to me. And if you also take a look at the colorway, this has a lot of the same colors that those Balenciaga triple S's have, and everybody's on those. So I think this is a pretty cool idea. My only concern is that there is a part of the midsole that looks like it may dig into your foot. It kind of goes up onto the upper, and it's really pointy. Hopefully that's not the case, but this Westbrook sneaker has a lot of these areas that I'm kind of concerned how it's going to feel on foot. This red heel cap over here where the Jumpman logo is, that might dig into your foot. If you look at the collar area, it looks like it might dig into your Achilles, but hopefully Jordan Brand saw these issues during the wear testing phase. They fixed it, so we, the consumer, don't have that problem when we're rocking the Westbrooks on the court. When that is, I have no idea, but hopefully it's not a problem. So there you guys have it, guys. This is the Westbrook Why Not 0.2s. Like I said, I think it's a very interesting idea to have it like a high fashion style sneaker, because it's going to give these Westbrooks some off-court appeal, which is something the original Westbrooks didn't have. However, I did see a couple people rocking them off the court, which I thought was very interesting. But I do think the Westbrook Why Not 0.2s are an upgrade in my opinion. I wasn't a fan of the Why Not 0.1s, but those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think about these in the comment section below. I would love to chop it up with you guys about this sneaker. Be sure to keep it locked right here to the channel for more updates on Westbrook's newest signature sneaker. All you gotta do, click the logo, subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss an episode. My name's Aaron, it's great having you. Catch you in the next one. Peace.